there, and welcome to another episode of I Can Do That with the Prosper Community Library, and I'm Sharon Alderton, and today we're going to make a compost bin. It's springtime, and it's just that time of the year to get things in your garden, and maybe you want to start a fresh new compost bin to help those wonderful plants in your gardens even do better than they did last year. So what we're going to need today is a old tote storage plastic bin with a top, because you do not want rodents and things in your compost pile, so we're going to try our best to keep everybody out of there except for all the good stuff. You're going to need a drill with a pretty good size bit. You're going to need that. You're going to need sticks. You're going to need some dried vegetation, leaves. I'm sure after that big freeze we had, there's probably some things around your garden you can clip off and have ready for you. You're also going to need some organic matter. And here I've got old grapes and an old salad and a banana peel. Make sure when you're putting things in your compost that it's only organic matter. Nothing that has sauces or processed food, because that really is not going to do anything for your, to benefit your soil. But this is the good stuff. So if you can collect these kind of things throughout the week and add it onto your compost pile, you're going to have an amazing bin. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my top, and I'm going to start drilling holes in the top of this bin and also in the bottom of the bin, because you want your compost bin to get some rain and water just to keep it moist, and you also want it to drain out of the bottom. And you want to make sure the holes aren't too big, because again, you want to make sure the rodents stay out of it, but you also want your compost to get a lot of air. So we're going to start doing that now. Okay, now that we have drilled our holes in the bottom and drilled some holes in the top of our, oh, you can see the light coming through, the top of our bin, now it's time to make our, what I like to call composting lasagna. So what you're going to do is you're going to be adding layers of carbon and nitrogen, carbon and nitrogen. So think about that when you are adding things to your compost. So what we're going to start with first is I've got some of these sticks, and this is kind of just going to be our kind of filtration system, if you will. It's just going to kind of keep the things from staying in our box or bin, and that way they can kind of filter the water through without everything escaping. That's kind of how I think about it. It's kind of like our strainer. Okay, so the bottom of our bin, I may have to bend those sticks a little bit so they can all get down to the bottom. And then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add in our dried leaves, some other vines I found in my garden that had died from the winter storm. Okay, oh look, I found all these goodies too. I'm going to stick those in there as well. That's some more of that nice good leaves and sticks. Get them all in there. So now you can see it almost looks like a little nest of wonderful things. And again, you can always break things down a little bit if you feel like they're too big. And that way it just helps break down everything a little bit better. It gives it a little head start, if you will. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our soil. So I've just got some soil right here, and I'm going to just start adding it right into our compost. Yep. What a nice layer of soil. A nice good base. To our organic material that we are going to be putting in to this compost. Now you also have to be thinking about where you want to place your compost bin. You want to make sure it's in a sunny spot that's not covered, because like I said, if it rains, you want it to have some moisture. And if it's not getting any moisture from the rain, you will have to add moisture yourself, because you want it to get all of those things decaying and turning into that really lovely soil for your garden. Okay, Almost there. This is a fun, dirty job just to begin with. And then once you've got it stabilized and once you've got it going, it's a really easy compost. Okay, so now, as you can see, you can't really see all of those leaves and sticks. So now it's time to add our organic matter. Ta-da! And we're just going to dump that right in to our bin. And I'm just going to take this bag back inside and collect more goodies as the refrigerator doesn't need it anymore. I just stick it right in the bag and reuse it again. So as you can see now, what used to be in my garbage can at home is now in my compost pile, and eventually will be in my garden. Now the next thing I would do is I would add some more soil on top, because again, that's going to help with the smell, because this is decaying matter, right? And sometimes that can get a little bit stinky. But by putting some more soil on top, it will make it nice and organic and not stink as bad. Pretty cool, huh? And it really shouldn't stink. If it does stink, you might need to add more soil. Okay, so then also as it goes, if you're in your garden and you find that you have more fallen leaves or more sticks, like I said, make a little lasagna out of it. You want to make sure you're adding all those things to your compost bin. Eggshells make a good addition. All right. Now we're expecting some rain tonight, so I'm actually not going to water my compost pile today. I'm going to leave it out and let nature do its job. So I'm going to show you one more time. Ta-da! Pretty easy, huh? And now you can do it too. Happy composting! See you next time!